In my Netflix viewing, I caught the 1984 horror film Children of the Corn. Now, this is a movie I'd actually rented on VHS back in, I think it was 1997, when I, alongside this, rented Scream. And this was a banged up VHS even back at that time. It had seen better days, and the movie kind of cut out within 30 minutes. Maybe even sooner than that. But I remember it distinctly, and it was quite chilling. Unfortunately, maybe it doesn't hold up as well, without the nostalgia goggles on. So, watching this on Netflix in HD, maybe that takes away from it a little bit. The creepiness of the cheap video on VHS might have actually gave it some kind of credence. So we have this town, Gatlin, in Nebraska. Yeah, Nebraska's crazy, not Kansas this time. Ain't that a wonder? Well, these kids have uprised against the adults, killed all of them, poisoned, macheted, what have you. And the scene where this goes down is really pretty strong. Like, just people just sitting down eating, no big deal. Kids having a strawberry milkshake. Then all of a sudden, teenagers just start hacking everybody. Not a bad scene. I mean, it's a wake-up call right there. This is based on a short story by Stephen King, who quite the hot item at this time. Well, I don't like the kid narrating. Character's name's Job. I'm guessing it's Job. But he's hard to take seriously. He says things so matter-of-fact and light, when it's grim and grisly. Well, he's talking about how this kid, Isaac, is like the cult leader. His main muscle is Malachi. Well, there's this couple that's on a bit of a road trip. Linda Hamilton and some dude. This is Linda Hamilton prior to the opening of The Terminator. And one thing this movie series does well, and this being the only one I've seen though, throughout the installments they seem to catch actresses before they hit it big. Like, the casting job is quite bang up. Linda Hamilton, Naomi Watts, Charlize Theron, Ava Mendez. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good for a little low-budget series. Well, this is put out by, New World Pictures, one of their better offerings, for what that's worth. And it doesn't really hold up too well. After this opening stuff, the grisliness of seeing a kid trying to escape, get hacked up and then hit by a car, and he's hit by that couple that's traveling, and they're freaking out. Oh no, we hit a kid, we better report this to the police. Movie just sinks, goes straight downhill from there, runs out of stuff to do, did all of its tricks in the opening. So they just run around looking for authorities, slowly figure out that there's no adults around, and the kids are trying to kill them. Linda Hamilton gets captured, she's gonna be sacrificed. There's some kind of demon in the ground. I would have honestly preferred there not to be a supernatural element in this, but Stephen King throws around supernatural elements a little too freely. Sometimes they don't even feel like they fit his stories. And in this one, the fact that there's a creature out there in the cornfields kind of makes their leader, Isaac, sane. Like, for him to be like, I'm the one communicating with it. There's always something like that in Stephen King. It's like there's a supernatural element. Some kid can communicate with it. He's done that to death. Pun. But in this case, it's like, well, cults, as we think of them, are dangerous, but they believe in nonsense, as we think of it. And they're tricking people. I mean, this could be very well legit, since there's a creature underneath the cornfield with magical properties, does shit to the weather. And so, what do? Eventually, a guy who isn't Linda Hamilton frees Linda Hamilton, squares off with the kids a little bit, tells them they can do better than this, blows up, sets fire to the fields, and I guess kills the creature. Some shoddy effects. And Isaac, it was put on a cross. They kind of revolted against him. And he shot up in the air when the creature was going up in the fire. And that's pretty much it. He comes back down, he's like, alright, now I'm killing Malachi. Twists his neck, now he's kind of demon-like. And the movie just kind of forgets about him. Like, okay, we've got a demon kid priest walking around. No big whoop. Linda Hamilton, other guy, and I guess the two main kids, Job and his sister, who has visions. Always a kid with the visions and shit. They just escape by foot. They just walk away. Okay, we'll stay with you for a few weeks. That's Children of the Corn, people. I give Children of the Corn 2 out of 4